Lost and on Spin Cycle. August 27, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. When you start feeling like you are lost and on spin cycle, you also feel helpless, and that is even worse. The government is pushing this whole COVID-19 storyline, but it turns out, the government is nothing but two giant, foreign, for-profit commercial corporations in the business of providing governmental services. They are always fighting each other to get a bigger share of your money, and that is really all Democrat and Republican is about. Everything you have been taught, and which you have assumed to be true about your government, has been mirrored by these con artists. They used similar names for things, they played their roles to the T, but at the end of the day, everything you see going on in Washington, D.C., is like a movie or a stage play. It's called Hollywood East for a reason. Oh, boy. So not only the COVID-19 story but the nature and presumed authority of the government spreading the COVID-19 story is up for grabs. Then it turns out that there are something like a dozen presidential offices, and you can't tell which offices any given president is occupying at any given time. Nice. Then you find out that your vote for a president has never counted for anything but a popularity poll. All presidents are actually elected by the Electoral College, Incorporated, a holding company that owns and operates both political parties. Both. Oh, holy moly, and all of this is either directly or indirectly owned and operated by the Pope. So while you have been trundling along taking part in these private foreign corporation elections and mistaking these for your own country's public elections, and accepting every word that comes from the government as trustworthy and true, it turns out that the government isn't your government, doesn't have the authority it claims to have, and is basically just a con game and a farce. And so is their money. They've been pretending to be your government since 1865. And they have gotten away with it by telling a lot of big lies. Whoppers. So, now, coming full circle, do you believe that these yahoos are telling you the truth about COVID-19, when they have lied to you about everything else? Including who they are and the capacity in which they are acting? You are literally the victim of a lot of spin, but you don't have to feel lost anymore. Now that you know what you are dealing with, you also know what to think about it, and you can take appropriate action. You can assemble your own actual government and use worldwide public opinion to shut the con artists down. After all, this is a matter of crime, institutionalized constructive fraud, not politics. The sooner you shake awake and come out of spin cycle, the better. And the sooner you get involved in reconstructing your actual government, the better. The American States Assembly process has brought all 50 state assemblies back into session and is helping thousands of Americans recoup their identities and their government. We need assistant coordinators at both the state and county levels, Americans who accept the mission of organizing their state assembly, not a district assembly, not a borough assembly, not a municipal assembly, not a state of state assembly, but your actual state of the Union assembly. You all naturally belong to the body politic of a State of the Union. Time to accept your birthright political status, and your long-neglected right and responsibility to self-govern. Your mission, if you decide to accept it, is to put an end to the spin cycle. Go to www.theamericanstatesassembly.net and get started today. If you enjoy having Anna's latest articles made into videos, please consider making a purchase from Ed's website sacredintuitiveelements.com. Thank you.